Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking each Seismic player from worst to best in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So talking about the worst, quote-unquote, of these cards to the best, and in order. And honestly, I will say this is the deepest pack drop of the entire year in terms of how good these cards are. I truly do believe they are very versatile and very, very good all the way around. And even the worst cards in this list are not terrible. But at the same time, there is a big difference, I think, between the worst and the best. And I think this is a really good list. So hopefully it helps some of y'all out. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 20,000 subscriber mark on the channel. Trying to hit that by the end of the month of February, which is going to require about 60 subs a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, we're going to start off with number 12, which is Anderson Varejao. I do believe he is the worst of all the cards that came out today. Still not a horrific card, but not a great shooter. 73 ball and pretty only catch and shoot really in terms of good shooting badges. Defensively, he's very good, very versatile, great rebounder, but not incredibly fast, not huge at center, and not a great shooter. Also has a pretty mediocre release with Shaq's base, Boban's upper. Not a great card. He's still not awful as a budget center, but he is certainly, I would say, by a decent chunk, the worst card from today. At number 11, and this is going to surprise some people, this Richard Jefferson, and this right here should go to show immediately how good these cards are, because this card on paper is incredible. He's fast, he can shoot, he can dunk, he can defend, he's a versatile wing, he can get every badge even. I mean, he is so good, and he can be even more complete with his badges. But his release is awful. It is a catapult, ugly, baited, just not very good release, and it holds this card back significantly. And I think release is a super duper important thing. And Richard Jefferson, he's very good, but at the same time, pretty much every single card that came out today is a beast. And a bad release is a killer. Speaking of a bad release, number 10, Anton Jamison, same thing. Brook Lopez base is one of the worst in the entire game. Really ruins the release on this card, in my opinion. Movement-wise, same thing. Not that great, kind of like Richard Jefferson as well. Very good all-around card. Can get every badge. Super complete already, even as a base card. Great all-around stats and badges. Awesome, awesome card. But his release sucks. And a bad release is a killer in the game right now, and I think it's a huge, huge problem, especially at positions like shooting guard and small forward, where you really want elite releases. Having not just a good one, but a bad one can be a big problem. Number 9, Taylor Hendricks. Really versatile, really good all-around budget wing. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. That's good size at small forward. He's a very versatile defender, has pretty much every single key defensive badge outside of brick wall and movable enforcer. Well, that's not totally true. He's missing some stuff for sure on the defensive end of the court. I do understand that. But at the same time, am I putting him a little bit too high because I like his release better? I don't know, maybe. Because statistically and badge-wise, he's not on the same level as Anton or RJ, but he's still a really good card. He's still got great shooting badges, really good finishing ability. He's still a versatile defender, although he is missing a few defensive badges, anchor, brick wall, movable enforcer. And then he doesn't have speed booster either. I understand that. Release is really nice. Movement is not great, I know. I might be gassing it a little bit, putting him up at 9. You could make the argument that RJ and Jamison are better. It kind of depends on what you prioritize, whether you value the release more or the stats and badges being complete, but I think those three guys are pretty close. Above Taylor Hendricks is Anthony Black, and that I don't think is that debatable. This is a 6'7" versatile point guard who can defend, has a smooth, good release. He's actually a solid shooter as well. No Agent 3 or limitless range, but still a very solid shooter. I actually like his release. Good slasher, solid speed, versatile defender, good perimeter defender, and the size is super valuable as well. At 6'7", he can kind of guard everybody. That type of size combined with really good, or at least very solid playmaking ability, good shooting, good slashing, and good defense, like at the point guard position, especially at this size, that is really valuable. Not to mention D-Book dribble style, really good animation there. A couple other very solid SIGs as well on this card that really help him out. Overall, I think Anthony Black is a really good budget PG, and he's a great, great card in my team. And he is, in my opinion, what, number 8? Number 7 is Serge Ibaka, budget center, can play power forward as well, but he's not a playmaker really, so I think he's better at center. Really great interior defender, also an elite dunker, 85 speed, 88 3 ball. That's also very nice. He's got a smooth release, needs bailout, is missing a few badges, yes, but I think he's a really, really good center option. Shoots the ball quite well and defends at a very high level while also being a great, great athlete. Yes, he's a little undersized. I still think he's a great card. I think number 7 is a very, very fair slot for him. Now, number 6 is going to have to be Peyton Watson. but I kind of like almost wanted to put him higher. I know that's really high already for an amethyst on this type of list, but I legitimately was arguing with myself if I should put him even higher than number 6. He's 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, hot spots from 4 to 5 spots outside the 3-point line. I know he only has 3 hoffs, fearless finisher, blow by, off ball pest. They're not even the best Hall of Fame badges, but he's got the key playmaking badges. He still needs bailout, but he's got the key ones. Defensively, he's pretty much got the key defense as well. No brick wall, movable enforcer, and challenger, but he has everything else that's really important. Finishing badges are very good. Shooting badges also really good, only missing agent 3. 90 speed, 93 ball, really good dunker and great defender, very versatile defender. He's got good size, can play shooting guard, really good size at shooting guard, very good player build. Not to mention Curry's drag back, really, really good. Nice behind the back, MJ dribble style. A really fast release, one of the fastest releases on literally any card today, maybe arguably the fastest. It's a really good release on quick. I think this card is awesome. He is so good in my team. Peyton Watson is an elite level option at the shooting guard position in my team. I truly believe that. He not only is he the best budget shooting guard in the game, he's one of the better shooting guards in the game, period. And yes, I strongly consider him in my top 5. At the same time, at number 5, I have Vince Carter. The fact that I think Vince and Peyton Watson are close together is kind of crazy. But Vince, his stats and badges are just so elite. I mean, the rest of these cards are just so good all the way around. Vince is one of the most complete statistical cards in the game, badge-wise. Incredible shooting, finishing, and playmaking badges. And then defensively, he's also very good. Badges he's missing are bailout, brick wall, and that's about it, but you can add those on him. He can't get a movable enforcer because that's not an addable badge, but it's okay. Really smooth release. Movement-wise, it is very solid, and Pro 2 Fade is a very good fade as well. I think Vince is a great card. I think he's really elite at the shooting guard position, but there's several really elite cards in today's drop, and so Vince is only at number 5. At number 4, going to have to go with Jonathan Isaac, who is a stud. 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, hot spots from 4 to 5 spots outside the 3-point line. Elite defender with a great release. He is basically a pure 3-and-D for the most part, although he is also very athletic. And while he's not the greatest playmaker, nor has the greatest shooting badges, his release is super smooth, and he's one of the most versatile and elite defensive cards in the game. He's a great 3 with incredible size, and at the 4, he still has great size, great defensive versatility. Can basically guard 1 through 5 at a super high level while also having an elite release, and that makes him one of the better cards in my team. I think number 4 is a very fair spot for him on this list. Number 3, Paul George, 6'8", 6'11" at shooting guard. That's great size and wingspan right there. Hot spots from nearly everywhere. 16 hoffs, incredibly well-rounded hoffs too. He's got elite defense, but he also has blow by, handles for days, agent 3, blinders, limitless, bulldozer, posterizer, and precision dunker. Can get every badge upgraded as well, which is huge, meaning you can add unpluckable, add brick wall. Can't get a movable enforcer again. That's unfortunate that he doesn't have it, but I can live without it. Incredible slasher, 90 plus on every defensive stat, great shooter, great release, or great speed, really solid release as well. Even on normal, I like Paul George's release. I feel like it's easy to green. It's not the fastest. There are a few better ones in the game for sure, but he's a great card. He moves okay, like not insanely well, but he moves pretty well. I really like Paul George. I think he is a great card. I think he's one of the best shooting guards in the game, really one of the best wings in the game, period. And I think he's the third best card that came out today. Second best, I do believe, is Big O. I think he's the best point guard in the game. I really do. I just think how complete he is badge-wise with playmaking, defense, shooting, finishing, the ability to get every badge added that he doesn't have outside of obviously a movable enforcer, which is an important badge. Same thing with 94 feet, but can't get those. It's not that big of a deal though, because he's such a good playmaker. He's already such a good defender, has anchor, has the ability to get all the stuff upgraded, has the Hoff limitless, has the finishing badges. He's just so versatile and complete. He's very much a Dante DiVincenzo, but with even better shooting and even better finishing ability. I already thought that Dante DiVincenzo is arguably the best point guard in the game. This card clears that card easily. I think he's the best point guard in the game, in my opinion. Number 1, though, is KP. I think he's the best center in the game, and I'm honestly not sure there's that much of a debate. Yes, you could make an argument, I guess, for Wemby, maybe for Embiid if you really want to stretch it and you want inside big. And yes, Tyson Chandler is also incredible. He has an argument. I will not disagree with that. That Tyson Chandler is a beast, and I will make another video on him at some point. But KP is an incredible shooter with elite range, with 7'3" size, versatile, very solid defense, and again, the ability to get every badge, meaning you can add the clamps, you can add the fast twitch, you can add speed booster if you'd like, and turn him into a playmaker, because with a ball handle shoe and Coach Mike D'Antoni, he can timing burst. KP is an elite wing, or an elite big with great size who does a ton of things really well, and is just a really good versatile option at the power forward position, or sorry, at the center position in my team. I think he's probably the best center in the game, and yeah, I think he is also the best card that came out in today's drop. So hopefully this video helps y'all out in terms of which cards to target and which cards to stay away from in today's drop. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.